Well, the first thing I want to do is, apologize to the Pitt, nation out there. That was not Pitt football right there. You know, even it being down 8 points at the halftime, I walked in and said, guys, we didn't do anything right. I mean, missed extra points, missed field goals. Obviously had a holder issue, with injury. But ultimately everything lays right on my chest. I'll take it all. We obviously didn't have them ready to go in any capacity, offensively, defensively, or special teams. I thought field position was major. I've never seen so many penalties in one game. It starts with my 15-yarder. But 14 penalties, embarrassing. And there were some good calls too. I'm not saying the officiating was bad. We just had some stuff that just snowballed on us, and starts with me. So with that, you guys got questions, I'm sure.
How much did all the mistakes in the first half?
What's that?
How much did all the mistakes in the first half contribute to the mindset that carried in the second half?
I don't think anything. I mean, golly, you make all those mistakes in the first half and you still got a chance at halftime. I mean, it's an 8-point game, And then in the second half, we went, I think, 5 straight 3-and-outs. We got field position, that's just no good with our return game or penalties or muff, whatever it may be. We're right in the game. We got a third down and whatever, 5. We go for it on 4th and 3. Kids want to go. I want to go. I want to score touchdowns. We're playing to win. And probably the biggest turn point was that play right there. I don't know if we got a yard, but we just didn't make plays. We didn't block them good enough. Again, give them credit; they're a good football team, but we didn't execute like we need to. So,
now, why don't you think you were ever able to get the passing game really going?
We'll look at the tape, but first of all, I think when you get into a passing game in this weather, you're probably going to have a problem. I don't think Kenny didn't look like himself back there in the pocket, in my opinion, but it's something we'll have to look at. Where the receivers have the timing, where we're getting off the press, whatever it may be. I mean, where the guy's in position. We'll look at the tape and have a better idea, for you on Monday as far as, what it looked like. But certainly wasn't good enough, and, it's certainly not just Kenny's fault. Like I said, it starts with me, then it starts with Sean Watson, and it starts with Kenny, and it goes right down the line. And every coach on offense and every coach on defense.
Was he moving out of his pocket too quickly, you think?
Again, it's easy for us to sit here on the sideline and say that. Gave up 4 sacks, but he obviously felt something in there. Even in first half, that guy was scrambling and making plays, but we still weren't throwing the ball. He's making it all with his feet, but wasn't able to get the ball down the field. We're throwing T-swings and check down routes instead of getting the ball to our receivers.
You said you guys, obviously weren't ready to play. After what you said throughout the week and how good you felt about it in preparation, can you point to why that is?
I don't know. No, you don't know. Sometimes you just don't know. We had 2 great practices. Our Tuesday and Wednesday practice were darn good. Kids were locked in. I think, I don't know if I've ever seen it fired up. Our football team came out cranked up. They were ready to go. But you make too many mistakes and it doesn't matter how ready you are to go. We just didn't, it's just one thing after another. It's one of those days.
What happened on the 15-yard penalty? They gave you a warning and then they gave you a flag?
No, I didn't get a warning. I didn't get a warning. I'm on the field. I got a 15-yard because I'm on the field, but I'm complaining about a substitution error that I don't think they got it right. But I'm not going to talk about the officials. I just know that they subbed and we tried to sub and couldn't get our sub on the field. They're supposed to give us 3 seconds. We got no seconds, and they didn't stand over the ball. So I'm done with talking about those guys.
Do you have a problem with their last touchdown?
Hey, you know what? I coach Pitt football. I don't coach for anybody else. That's on them. You got to sleep at night. It's just where we are right now, and we'll have another shot. It ain't over.
Pat, it was a 4th and 3 attempt. Was it more about changing the momentum of feeling, or was it a loss of confidence in the kicking game, which you missed a field goal?
A little bit of both. We'd muffed an extra point. We'd bobbled a field goal, and you know what? We need to score touchdowns. We can't get down there and just settle for field goals. And again, sloppy field conditions. It was a sloppy mess out there. The field was soggy and not good surface to kick in anyway.
When did you know that Jake wasn't going to be able to go, and how much work has Chris Dooley had as a holder since he's been here?
Kirk was a holder in the spring. Not something we want to put that much more pressure on. He doesn't need that pressure on him as well. But he was the next best guy. We knew Tuesday, so we worked it all week. that we had an injury there, and it was Kirk's, and Kess felt good with him, and we'll just keep digging there. But I doubt he's going to have both duties next year. He needs a punt. It's a lot of pressure to put on one kid to be a punter and also be the holder. I know Ryan Winslow did it for years, and you like to have a kicker be the holder because they sit over there all day on their end of the field and snap and hold and kick and all that. But we'll have to make a change there.
Pat, you were able to lean on the run game in the first half with some success, but after the break, it seemed like did they adjust anything or?
You know what? I didn't hear from the box about that. Olsen had a first half that you'd love to have again in the second half, and it wasn't there. So either they changed something, cranked it up. We didn't block them, one or the other. I don't know what it is, but we'll get to the bottom of it and find out what it was.
French so tentative to return kicks late in the game?
Well, I don't know if he was tentative, and obviously we did a poor job of coaching him up and letting him know what to do. But after last week we had one return for a touchdown. We had one. We got out to less than the 20-yard line. New rule: you can fair catch it. It's a brand new rule, and you don't get many opportunities to practice it. But taking the ball to 25-yard line is not a bad thing, based on the field position we had. I bet you we lost the field position war by 400 yards today. I'm shocked when I look at the stats and it says we had 300 yards offense and they had 390. That's like, it's because they had a short field, the entire day. And that's attributed to our kicking game.
You started off with an apologies. This loss more frustrating, humbling. How would you describe it in your words?
You can probably use any adjective you want, really. It's frustrating. I'm humble as it is, so I'm not worried. It's not humbling. It's life. It's a game of football. It's adversity that you go through, and then the key is going to be how we rebound from this adversity. That's going to be the key. And I trust and love those kids in that locker room, and I got no doubt that they'll come back next week ready to go. Period.
Can I get a final question before you
You mentioned Scarton. Is he injured? Is that why he wasn't holding?
Yes.
When did he get hurt?
He got hurt last week.
Last week.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.